Hello.
Say hello. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing good.
So,
Those two, the 2022 and the 2021 committees are in the back of your stack.
this
Yeah. And yeah,
important.
so you guys, there's the emails? Oh, boy. What's the difference? Yes, that's exactly the reason why I said that. It's like, okay, okay. Good morning. Hi, Doctor.
All right.
Just gonna start at 11 on the nose. Are they up?
Yeah, it's up. So nobody's here. So come up with the.
Nobody's here? Okay.
Oh, just Pat. Never mind. Pat here.
Oh, hi. Okay, so how about if we do this pretty informally? Is that cool with people? Because, and I just sort of, I'm willing to be the chair, pro tem until we elect a formal chair, but usually the committees are a little bit, they're not as formal as the other committees. But anyway, so we do have a quorum and we'll go ahead and get started. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So today is going to be a very short meeting, and what we want to do today is elect the committee chair and approve the this year's meeting schedule. And maybe, I think, number 3 is maybe just talk just a little bit about maybe how to prepare for our next agenda. And have some thoughts around this, given that we've already had health and safety, some ideas of what we might want to do for this committee. Okay, so the election of committee chair. Open the floor for any nominations for committee chair. And I am certainly interested.
Hey, I just called to let Dan know that I checked with Ben specifically about him, and he said
Pat, your mic is unmuted. Pat.
I thought she was contributing.
So sorry.
Pat is out there working.
All right. So I'm definitely interested in being chair of the committee. Any other interests, nominations? Okay. All the names say that. Okay, there we go. Thank you so much. I'm honored to do this. All right. So looking at the calendar, the meeting schedule, I'm sorry. It looks like the student achievement meeting occurred the first Friday every month at 2 p.m. So we need to decide if we want to keep that meeting time or change that meeting time. Any thoughts? And I also want to make sure we consider our staff's time too. I know it's oftentimes kind of hard for you to switch gears, but we want to make sure we get something that everybody's comfortable. That's fine with me. Fine with me.
This for our schedule.
Okay. No, that's fine.
Fine with us.
Okay. Done, meeting over. No. Okay, no, sorry, I'm just, okay, so we'll go ahead and leave it at that meeting time.
So the first Friday.
First Friday. So if we look at our calendars, the first Friday for February.
Yeah.
Which day?
The 4th of February.
February 4th. Okay, so our next meeting will be February 4th at 2 p.m. Okay, and all the details will work out at that time. Okay, so thank you. That's just pretty easy. So Phyllis and Pat provided us copies of 1 year of student achievement minutes. We should review those. I guess in preparation for the agenda for the next meeting, I would suggest that, this is similar to health and safety, I would suggest that we review the work plan from this past year and ask our staff to give us an update on where things are with the plan. You know, what things have been accomplished, what has not, where do you see the priorities based on the meeting? And then what we can do in that meeting is kind of review the work plan from our perspective in terms of if we believe the priorities have shifted, or do we need to, can we move forward with the same priorities? Because I would imagine that we will need to present a final work plan to the full board. Last year we did it in March, I believe, so we probably need to get something down and solidify in order to consider the full board. So are we?
For the 7th.
I'm not sure. You're talking about full board?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think Mr. Lindy would have to work.
Maybe
on
like to be between the two.
Yeah.
But-
Okay, so I don't know, I would need to double check with him to see. All right, so any questions then about where we are at this point? Yes, Dr. Burns?
In the interim of the reconfiguration of SAT, submitted a memo to SAT, requested a presentation of sales to the recommendation. And then if you all consider that, we gave one, gave a memo to the board, certain to the SAT.
Okay, and say that again, it was
Sales, high school sales.
high school students.
Sales and recommendation.
We'll certainly add that to the agenda.
Thank you.
Okay. Have you guys any other suggestions for agenda items? We can always add, all the way up until the days before. And get it on the agenda. Okay, do we have any other agenda items for today? I think all of our meetings should be half hour.
No, I was gonna say, I think that's good, we figure out the dates. Do we need to go through the dates, or is it just know this first?
Well, I'm gonna ask staff to just pull the dates out, and then she can, they can forward them to us.
Okay. Sounds great.
I guess the only other question I would have though is there anything else? I know you referenced the sales and graduation presentation, but is there anything else that would be worthwhile or something to kind of have in that first meeting that versus something we would talk about throughout the course of next year?
I think a good place to start, because none of us
Yeah.
know what, I mean, I have to review all the, even though, you know, I hear the minutes every month, I would have to go through and just kind of see what was going on, I think it's gonna be helpful for our staff to give us an update on where things are, that might
Yeah.
generate some thinking about it. Then when you guys do this, you may come up with something.
And that's what maybe I was wondering is if if the staff can just, as we go through these next few weeks, just if there's anything that would be worthwhile highlighting, to just go ahead and let us know so we can have that.
And, yeah, that would be fine. And I do have a question around the memo, Dr. Brown. Do you know when you sent that memo? I'm gonna ask schools to track that for us, because I have.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if we could add that number to that. I'll search for it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so that's a good place. Thanks, Brandon, for the comments. I think we can, as you read through the material, we can add agenda. Now, let me tell you, in committee meetings, our meetings are usually about an hour and a half. Me personally, I do not like long agendas. I think, and I do know that we've had experience in some committees where some committees have 15 and 16 agenda items. We won't have 15. I think it's a good practice to prioritize the agenda items. Things might need to carry over, but what we want to do is try to identify where our priorities are, establish our priorities, and address them as we need to address them. So I think this is a good start. Okay, is there anything else? Okay, all right.
Like the staff likes to do it.
Okay, so you're joining us as an ex officio member here. Okay, any comments? Okay, great. Well, meeting's over.